they used to kick it back and forth just to play defense? Is that what we're doing here? Yeah, it's the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with it. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the move from inside his own 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. These are the type of throws that can make this Spartan offense feel invincible.
I mean, just go to the next level. You know you're going to get a heavy dose of the run game, but when you can complete these passes down the field, you will have all Michigan State fans. Go green. Go white. Go green. Go white.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
And the Spartans are on the move. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over him. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
It's still 3rd and goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
It is perfect. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll try the run. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
He's moving out of the pocket. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical grab.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle. It's Weir. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Tackled after picking up the first down. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front, and that's exactly what happened on that.
At the 35, he's got room. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Got his man quickly. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to throw on second down. He's right on target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Throws to the tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
He'll start this drive firing. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Colorado State is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 10 to San Jose State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're working that left side. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Gets it out quickly. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop him.
After the misconnection, it's second down. He wants to throw it again. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
Yeah, and it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, you get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in those record books.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in stride inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They move the tight end all over. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my foot. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on 1st down. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. The ball pops out. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. He makes the connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Spartans come to the line in the hurry up.
And that is enough. 1st down for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the 2nd half.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to run it. Got room at the 35. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He dropped.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Wide out in motion. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed.
RPOs ain't working today.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Running it back, it's Baptiste. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the stomping has commenced. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. It just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, show what's inside your chest.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
Down 32.
No doubt.
Oh, you know it's
I just feel
RPOs.
like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive. It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Hey, man. Air that bitch
And now
out.
on second down for this offense.
You about to do jet sweep right here. It ain't gonna work.
Wide receiver
Promise you that.
shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Ain't gonna work, brother.
The defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming out.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They keep attacking through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Makes the grab down the middle.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, the ground game. Across the 25, he's got room. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds at the 1. 1st and goal from the 1. This offense is in great position.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees it...
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Touch pass on the run. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. Now on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Trying play action. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Running back goes in motion. Wants to go up top. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2. They're still down huge, but just working on execution. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Perfect execution on the onside kick. And how about the kicker? He makes sure that ball skips a couple times before popping up into the air and allowing his players to go get underneath it.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trying to find his man on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Spartans will hustle to the line.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more power.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Showing the arm strength to the left. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Spartans are flying down the field.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Looking to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete on the right side. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Let's go! Looking to pass on second down. Setting up the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Spartans line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Down big. Might as well. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. They want to throw it. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. The guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
At the 43-yard line. And a 1st down for the offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
2nd down coming up. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And that moves the chains for a 1st down.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw it. Unloads it left. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so